Father, I'm so glad that you came to see me before I left to meet my wife in her domains in Africa. Ah, my son, of course I came to see you. I'm so proud of you. You did so well in your education, and you are turning out to be an excellent young man. Thank you, Father. I'm really glad to hear it. Sometimes Mother says... What does your mother say? She says I'm too much like you, and I think she means... Oh, well, there are things a man must keep to himself, for certain. And there are times when we must make decisions about what we do and do not tell others. But your mother and I, well, we have a very complicated relationship. Yes, Father. I understand. Truth and justice are not always the same thing, and I think you've learned that well. Sometimes the best course of action is to be just and untrue. Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with al-Rahman, the disgraceful of Al-Andalus. Of course, the third ruler of Al-Andalus with our name. We have it all. We have it all. It's fine. We can now hand this out and then pretty much forget about this whole area for a while. We're working on converting culture and faith, and that's the last thing we need to do in order to form the Empire of Hispaniola. Soon we will do that. We have too few spouses. Hopefully we can solve that during one of our journeys. We could create the Duchy of Barcelona. Egypt has sort of broken up. It's now Alexandria, part of the Abbasid Empire, and then some independent stuff. We want to begin the process of conquering them as soon as we can. If that is what we're going to be doing next, I'm not sure. We might actually work on development first. Right now, the only real troops we're saving up for, we should finish this pikeman unit, of course, but we are saving up for when we finally get onagers, which is getting closer and closer. It's now 11 years away. Quilted armor is doing pretty good, too. Much, much better now that we have an actual, somewhat learned leader. Somebody who's got a better idea of how to handle this stuff. We're going to get scholarly circles soon, which will be even better, which is great. But right now, we're going on this hunt. Actually, I almost forgot something important, which is we need to hand this out. We're going to keep Barcelona. We're going to keep Barcelona, but we're going to hand out all the rest. We're going to grant it to... I think we're going to hand these out to members of the family if we can, where possible. So let's just do that. Culture, Dynasty, Umayyad, ruler, not ruler. Looking for people who like us all right. Let's grant him this and this. Good. Get this 19-year-old, our brother-in-law. Is he, I don't think he's in line to inherit anything. We'll grant him those. And then we're gonna find somebody up here to grant this to. We've got some more brother-in-laws down here. We got this guy. Married, no children, not an heir. Done deal. You can have that then. And we're just gonna keep the spot where the university is. I don't know if we're gonna do anything with it or if we'll just end up giving it away, but we have the room for it, so we should keep it. Just so we get a better distribution of territory for our sons. Yes, the Duchy of Barcelona can be created, and we might actually do that pretty quickly, just so we can get this all organized. Our tax collectors are probably near their limits, 12 and 12. They may be over their limits already. Just looking here at our vassals, we have 50 vassals. So not so good. We do need to start cleaning things up. That is for sure. And things are now a little bit more stable. We could consider building in our strong domains. We also can come up here and where are we at? We're already doing an increased control. Yeah, it's about 50% done here. Okay, can we build anything here? Not really, it's actually quite built out. Probably why we kept it, to be fair. So let's finish our hunt. Hopefully this hunt goes well. Packs of pests. Al-Rahman assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the drylands near Algiers. The local gamekeepers have scourged the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. The pack is a nuisance, scavenging from farms and retreating deep into the woods. Ultimately, Sheikh Noureddin decided he wanted to hunt a wolf today. Let's get out there. Yes, sir. 52% chance. That's actually not a bad chance. That's a pretty good chance. Ooh, who died? My acquaintance. All right. Okay, signals across the scumland. The whole work pack crouches in a hollow not far off. So I guess we are going to chase them down, as opposed to hunting them with stealth and a bow. Chance really hasn't increased much, which means there probably hasn't been that many good events, but a good shot. He has pierced the beast's heart, and the hunt has been successful. We have lost a bunch of stress. We've gained hunter experience. We are a better hunter than we were before, I think. No, we just gained experience. That's fine. Our glory is widely known. That puts us at illustrious, which means we can do duchy conquest. Derelict ships, let's investigate. Oh, we found a trinket. It's a gilded rat's tail. Interesting. Pretty sure, though, that we're just going to get rid of that. We don't really need it. Danger, stormy weather. I can take the helm myself. 10% chance I die, 90% chance, 40% chance members drown, and 50% chance that we're fine. This is a better chance. Love died. 17-year-old courtier fell overboard and died. I don't know if he was an actual courtier or if he was just somebody who was along for the ride. Our wife has lost her child prematurely as well. What a tragic day. What a sad thing to happen. Young man and our child lost. Does seem to be feeling a little better about the situation between us, though. Probably the sting of my affair has worn off in time, especially since we were so generous in our decision to not punish her for trying to have us killed. And we're almost home. I do think that our intent here is going to be to definitely save up for the duchy title, which we will hand out. Thank Allah, I can go inside again. The dance. Join me in a circle for the next dance. Okay, I can see her liking that. The walk in a garden. Get away from all this. Could I get you some more food? Is what we're going to choose. Because we know our wife likes to eat. The dance. She liked the fact that we offered to help her get more food. I know our wife pretty well, you know. Everyone's got all their little traits and their little things they do, and for our wife, one of those things is liking to eat. A pallid individual who looks as if she spent her entire life skulking underground is lurking in the corner of my throne room. I've heard a tale you might want a secret passage installed. I can craft any impure corridor your twisted heart desires. I can even add an omelette to your bedroom for your lover to throw you into in the heat of passion. I admit I would like to be thrown into an omelette stark naked. I'm a simple man. The simple escape passage will do. I shall enter and leave by the front doors only. Quench. Yeah, we're not paying for any of that kind of stuff. We will hold court. Actually, no, I don't think so. We're gonna put it off a bit. I think we held court near the end of last episode, or I don't remember if we held court at all last episode. Maybe we should just hold court. I think we're just gonna hold court. It's fine. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. Gesture for the first in line to approach. Before the court is underway, my chancellor pulls me aside. To my surprise, he is brandishing a garnished garter. My lord, there will be many attending your court. I know you are somewhat challenged in remembering every face. I never forget a face. I shall be fine. What are you talking about, man? I am actually quite good at this diplomacy thing. You do not falter in greeting the guests. Yes, my diplomacy is good. My lord, I regret to inform you that the religious situation in my lands is out of control. I have tried to make my subjects see the light of our true faith, but many of them persist in their wrong beliefs. I beg you to use your authority and power to help me. See what you can do? Nope. Peaceful coexistence is always the best solution. Probably would be good. Peaceful coexistence is the best solution. Munificent Sultan Abd al-Rahman, I am Bernard, and I have traveled far to ask your aid in righting a great injustice. The man in front of me bows deeply before continuing with his rehearsed plea. Archon Guillermo of Corsica currently sits on the throne of Corsica, but I am the true and rightful heir to those lands. To aid me in pressing my claim, I shall swear fealty to you and serve you loyally until the end of my days. Thing is, you're a Catholic, and I only really want Muslims under me. Let's see. You want Corsica, right? Want to know exactly? Yeah, you want Corsica. I mean, I do value Corsica, and it is a child in charge, but you're Catholic. You're super Catholic, sir. You're like terribly Catholic. You're unbelievably Catholic, but we'll do this. We fought wars for Catholics before. Now that you were at my court, I should be able to demand your conversion, and you will accept what I was hoping, because it gives you a hook. And we will, I suppose, raise our armies in Barcelona. Let's raise all here. I never even checked to see if this was doable by me. Like, this could absolutely have been a horrid mistake. I realize. So let's land here. Our court grandeur is now level 8. Cool. He's agreed to conversion. We will stop the villain between. Who's trying? Why is somebody trying to murder my doctor? That always feels like a threat to me directly. Like, it feels like our doctor refused to participate in somebody else's plot to murder us, and now, of course, that person is trying to murder our doctor instead. I know it's unlikely, but it always feels that must be what's happening. You know, every single time it's like, that's got to be it. It's got to be some kind of plot against me. I was totally going to buy this, but that's fine. I'm not bringing any allies in. I don't really feel we need them. Additional taxes, nice. That means we in fact will create this title, but we won't keep it. Rather, we will give it to... Who do I think is better? This guy's deceitful. I think this guy's better, so we're going to grant him this title. Should help us clean up those vassals there, which is good. Get rid of these two guys, and the new two we added, our beloved wife. We are united in marriage, now we are united in heart. This should help her feel a little less bad. Hopefully, that will help even things out, you know? Betrothal fulfilled. Then I want... Oh, that's actually fine. That's actually pretty good, and this is pretty good too. You picked a good guy for our besiegers, so we're gonna head up and just try to catch this guy before he hits the sea. I don't think we're gonna make it though. Claim on Vizcaya. Who is this? You. What is this claim you just got? Do I actually hold this? Dude. I didn't even know I held... You know, I didn't know I held this. This must be what I just literally inherited a second ago. How do you feel about me just, granting you this? Because I don't want it? To make you feel better? Because I literally have no desire for it at all. So good luck with that. I understand how this works. You were actually trying to get it while it was being held by someone who isn't me. Okay, so we don't have onagers yet, but we now have onagers because we got some from our recent random inheritance. Cool. We also got some bowmen. I don't know if I want to keep the bowmen, but we will keep them for now because there's no reason not to, but that's cool. We got ourselves some free onagers. I mean, that's all right. To be fair, that's fine. I kind of like that. Let's speed the sieges up here a bit. I wish we had our onagers with us. He's probably traveling overland to like make some kind of weird assault in Barcelona. Low county control where? That makes sense because we're not working on that right now. So we have finished the siege in the south. Good, he's probably still heading over to get some sieges in. Show Prince Isa in at once. I'm glad to know that I can call on you. This is my brother, yes, my brother. Secrets of Nature, let's put this aside for a second. Our court grandeur level has increased. We've gained a learning perk. Secrets of Nature. I received an offer from Jala Aladdin, the son of Amir Kafshah of Salamid. If the letter is to be believed, he is an experienced herbalist who would be willing to share his knowledge. Do we want to become an herbalist? I think we're going to become an herbalist. What does herbalist actually give you? I mean, we value I know it gives you learning, I'm pretty sure. We do value learning enough that learning about plants would interest us, probably. Intrigue, too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with either of those. Yeah, no, we're going to do this. And then we're going to get ourselves scholarly circles, which should give us a bunch more learning. We have succeeded at winning this battle. Someone has died, which is not the best. We prefer our knights to live. Do we have a successor? No, but we'll look for one. fine. We also need a new court tutor because our court tutor just died. Oh, this guy's excellent. Let's put him in there. That perfectly fine court tutor right there. Let's merge these. Let's drop those. But then let's attack him up here again. I do feel a little annoyed that we had to give up our siege, but I'm okay with that overall. With its coming of age, my tuition of Jokana has come to an age. A natural administrator from birth, it should be no surprise that Jokana has come far in his studies of the management of the realm. Not content with understanding the flow of wealth and people, he seems capable of predicting it as if by instinct. He always finds new ways of profiting off it too. And of course, our wife has contributed to his education as well. Definitely her help was useful in assuring that he would be an excellent, excellent young man. Look at this. Just, deceitful, ambitious. Somehow. That's who he is. They grow up so fast. It gives him a 19. Not bad at all. Drop this down to 4. So he's starting off on a really good foot. I wonder what he's going to pursue for his educational choices. His wife, of course, will mean that they should have some pretty smart children. But nope. Let's send the proposal so they can get married. Excellent. She controls this, which is fine. He doesn't have any territory, so it actually doesn't particularly matter that he will have to move to her lands for a while. I'm fine with that. He can go down and spend some time in Africa. Once he takes over, he can always pick a vizier to fulfill the support position. Accolade successor found. Thank you, that's really useful. Let's check this guy out. He's not really a good knight. He'd be by far my weakest knight. Okay. Well, I need a successor, so skilled or not, he's got to be a knight because I need him to keep this what is effectively a training accolade up and running. We will demand a payment, of course. We can designate a guardian for our son. He wants to be a diplomat. Okay. Our wife can do it. I don't know that she's necessarily better than me, though. I think it should be me because of my my genius trait. So we'll do that. We have unstationed men-at-arms here. 0.1.1. So none of these are really going to help our onagers. And then you guys, 0.5. I think these are all just baseline. Yeah, so we'll put them up here. That's fine. You know, that is actually probably a good balance of men-at-arms, so I think we might just keep that. See what everybody's doing. Oh, you are not converting culture anywhere, and you should be, because it is necessary to do so. We're getting close. We're actually getting close for the culture half. Like, there's just this cluster up here, like these ones. Like 5 more spots. Each one of them is taking about 4 years. It's about 20 years then. Assuming that they get no positive events. And that we get no assistance. But it's this. I would love it if you sent me a gift, sir. Thank you very much. Huh. Prince Ajanus the Bloody, eh? Our cousin and chancellor? That's cool. I'm up for that. Our whole land is filled with princes. Everyone's a prince in our territory. Ooh, look who it is! So he did inherit. He did inherit. And so now we have righted the strangeness up here of accepting the vassalage of this Christian guy, but getting his son to convert. He didn't convert back, probably because there wasn't enough time. He could convert back now, but I don't know that he'll see that as being in his interest. And he has had a child who was born while he had our faith. So I think he'll probably stay our faith for a bit. I think it's in his best interests. I mean, I could be wrong, but it is, after all, somewhat interpretive. There are distinct advantages to being the right faith inside of our domain. Stoking the fire. There have been clashes between Ashari and Zayedi population in the Sheikdom of Sabah. Let us use this opportunity, my Tataz suggests, to recruit thugs for hire. To try to ease the tensions. What happens if I ask my wife to help me with that, now that we're back in good state? She's encouraging me to ease the tensions. At 87% seems like a good idea, so we'll do that. We successfully mediated with the aid of our wife. Thank you very much. It was a great help. These factions. At least we're not getting serious factions anymore. We have this 1-2-member Liberty faction here. This is probably something we should be dealing with, since we're not really using our sways for anything anyway. I could demand his conversion. He might accept 100%. And this guy, I can sway this guy. The guy from Santiago. So we'll do that. Okay. This is a legitimate victory. We could just let this happen, hoping that we get a little bit more money out of it. I will ransom you back, though. No, never. Okay, let's enforce our demands here. Where were they? Where did they appear? They probably appeared up here. Oh, pause. Oh, of course. Could we deal with this, guys? Could we just deal with this? Thank you. I'm not exchanging hostages. I have too few spouses still. We haven't found anybody interesting worth marrying, although... yeah, nobody particularly interesting. There is another place where we can look for useful wives, though. He has a sibling. He has a 12-year-old sister and a 16-year-old sister. We could do this. She's denounced. And she's reclusive. That would make an alliance with him, but we just put an end to this once and for all. I think that's interesting, so let's do that. One of Prince Anjanas of Saracosta's favorite things to do with me is sit by the fire and exchange war stories. We're exchanging war stories. I can appreciate his war story, or I can insist that mine is better. I don't appreciate his war story. That's fine. Let's see what we've got here for new items. Got this trinket here, which is a horseshoe. Got no specific desire to keep that around. And everything else is stuff we're using. That's fine. Let's see, let's look at our royal court. Anything new here? We have this banner that we weren't sure what we were going to do with, because we replaced it with the Aquitanian banner. I think we'll get rid of this. They're long since integrated, and we don't need to hold our victory over them anymore. No, that victory is long since the established truth of the realm. So let's get out of here. Just head down to where these fools are trying to siege us endlessly. There we go. Let's enforce demands here. We should check our prison out immediately after. Let's disband our army and go back down to regular speed. So we can try to get personal with this guy. So he's a bit of a diplomat. Ruling a realm, he's not great at that. He's probably most interested in a book because of his education, so we'll talk to him about learned things. Let's speak more. So that did help. Good. Alright, well, we're going to have to be dealing with rebellions for a while. We now have Corsica under our control, which is an unexpected turn of events, but definitely a welcome one. His poor wife. His poor, sinful, drunken wife. Okay. We've finished increasing county control there, which means we're going to move our guy up to here, which is good. And we will continue. If we look at this, we can see view struggle endings. The only thing we have left to do is this. We have 10 more of these to get, but they are progressively getting better and better, which is nice. Demand a payment for this child. To negotiate an alliance with you. Visions of the Divine. I beckon Alma Yaskar to join me in the circle of brass orbs and candles arranged on staves throughout the dark room. The incense cloying the air to ward off the bad vapors makes our eyes tear up in little time. This is how, through the corner of your eyes, we'll be able to spot the inscrutable form of angels. However, Yaskar soon takes pause, This feels wrong. These are divine beings, not meant for mortal eyes to see. My intentions are pure, I assure you. I'm gonna convince him that my intentions are pure. And he accepted my words as true, which is really nice. I am honored at your request and would be glad to call you an ally, so he's now my ally. That puts us in a pretty strong position. We're doing pretty well, I would say, at this point. Let's spend out some of this money. I'm gonna increase the onagers to maximum, which is good. And let's increase our pikemen. At which point I think our military will pretty much be done for now. Like, it'll be strong. 7,000 almost. Let's go to open-minded. Will help us with how much people like us. Mons first enrobing. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, a servant stutters, "My lord, no one can find your garments. I am surrounded by incompetence," I mutter, storming from my bedchamber. It is in the nursery of my son, Mon, that I discover not only my raiments, but also the boy's wet nurse. "I had no part in it, my liege. He dressed himself." He responds with a giggle. "Ha ha 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 ha, you little scoundrel." It's fine. Fine. Having fun with children is fine. Sell trivial titles, of course we will. Absolutely nothing against selling trivial titles. It has come to my attention that you're selling off titles, even though I myself have been inadequately honored for my service. Indeed, considering my achievements on your behalf, a few titles would not go amiss. Then you shall have them. Do not aggrandize yourself. No, you should get it. Fine. Fine, dude. Titles for everyone. It's titles for everybody. Listen, we need money, and if making up some fancy names for people and getting them to pay for them is how we do it, then that's how we do it. Not really saving up for the university. That's not really something we're going for right now. We could improve the stables, which will help our light cavalry. Also, I think... No, you have to get to level 4 before we can use the superior mounts, right? Yeah, gotta get to level 4 to use superior mounts. That's still quite a ways off. We could just go for the money. I mean, money is good. Let's just go for the money. It's fine. You know, we need to work on developing our economy as well. And I think this might be a good time to just sit back and do a little closing examination of things. Let's look at the old family, the Umayyads. We've still capped on harmony and have been for a long time, which is good. Really lets us direct how the family interacts with the world. Ooh, our priest has scandalized himself. Defend his character publicly, even at risk to myself. Maybe I should stay silent about this. Condemn him for his transgressions. But I don't want to do this because I'm compassionate. And I'm not that religious anyway. I mean, most of my religious dedication has been a little bit of talking out of the wrong side of my mouth, so to speak. You know, that's why we did the quick Hajj. That's why we've been trying to focus on other things. And so I think we're going to... He's not a member of the family, is the thing. If he was a member of the family, we probably would defend him. But rather, what we're going to do is we're going to just stay silent. We're not going to express an opinion about it. Accept a little bit of stress in order to keep ourselves neutral. Fort Grandeur is now level 7. We keep floating pretty much between level 7 and level 8. So we were going to look at the family. Let's take a look at the family. We have a pretty big family at this time. 102 living members. If we look at our family tree, the descendants of our father, Sultan Hisham, are spreading pretty far and wide, you know? It's very well. lots and lots and lots of second generation children. Our son and heir has had his first child. An amazingly, amazingly well-born daughter, who is, of course, beautiful and a genius. Very nice. Our brothers have had many children. Our brother here, Prince Nashir, has only had daughters. Might want to hope that you might need another wife, sir. You'll have no... well, I mean... I suppose letting me take your land back when you die isn't the worst thing that's ever happened. Though I would still consider getting another wife and seeing if we can have another shot at this. Our brother Issa has a son here who has actually been severely injured. But because he's young, oh no, he actually might die. It is actually possible that he could die. That would be too bad, because he also has no other heir, and he's getting old himself. We being the oldest are, of course, the oldest at 47. Jafar has a son here. Prince Abu Bakr has no children yet, because his betrothed is still 14. So the family is doing quite well. I think everybody's doing quite well. Everything feels really stable and nice right now. Oh, Africa has exploded. Africa has exploded. Should we be taking advantage of this? Should be like, I don't know, seizing all of his de jure territory of ours that he holds. Probably we should think about doing that soon. We also have de jure territory below us here that we probably want to take. The Abbasids have taken over Egypt, which basically brings us to their border, which means that it might be time to challenge them. At least soon, our first challenge against the Abbasids. We could conquer a duchy. We could take the Emirate of Alexandria. We do eventually want all of Egypt. We can't declare war on him because it's not possible in the struggle that we're in for us to do so. Which means we're going to have to actually start getting claims. In order to get big claims, we need an empire title. Which is the thing. But it's happened. We are now touching them. Things they think as are theirs will soon belong to us. Maghreb is still our ally, so we have no plans to go against them. But our situation, I think, is getting pretty good. I think things are going kind of well. Egypt is gone. I mean, Egypt is still there, but the empire here is gone. Subsumed by the Abbasid Empire. And we need to stay strong relative to them, so that they don't do the same to us. It is definitely something important. With that, though, I think we're going to bring this episode to an end. I think that we made good progress this episode. We're getting more and more of Al-Andalus converted over time. We unexpectedly took Corsica simply because the opportunity arose. Our African holdings are quite stable now. We were able to handle out Barcelona while still holding this nice piece for ourselves. And I think with that, yeah, we're going to call this the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me in the next one. Goodbye for now.